Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to the virtual science class lecture 20, and today our lecture is about air chapter number 13. As you know, students, that everything which has mass and occupies space is called matter. And matter has three states: solid, liquid, and gas. We have studied about matter in the previous chapter number 11. Like solid and liquid, gas is also matter and it weight and space, and they also have the volume. Now in this chapter we learn about air, the invisible gaseous substance surrounding the earth, a mixture mainly of oxygen and nitrogen. Air is everywhere around us and it presses everything downward due to its weight. We can take example of a balloon which is filled and one unfilled tied on a ruler. Inflated balloon has weight as compared to deflated balloon because inflated balloon holds the down. Air is present in atmosphere everywhere. And as I told you, that air has mass and weight. Matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. Although air has mass, a small volume of air, such as the air in the balloon, doesn't have too much. Air just isn't very dense. We can show that the air in the balloon has mass by building a balance. You see that the downward balloon has a weight and mass, and this is the other balloon which is deflated. Air has mass and weight. How can we prove that air occupies space? The simplest way is to take the example of two balloons that we already discussed, one inflated and the other deflated. Which one needs more space? The inflated balloon needs more space because it has air inside, and it is clearly you can see in the diagram. You know that air has weight. The air in the atmosphere pushes downward. Air is pressing on everything on the earth. Air presses on your body too. Your body does not get crushed by the pressure of the air because there is air inside your body too, in your lungs and in the bloodstream. Air is all around us. Air is necessary for us to live, but where does it come from? There is example: atmosphere. An atmosphere for ancient Greek, atoms meaning vapors, and spheria meaning ball or sphere, is a layer or a set of layers of gases surrounding a planet or other material body that is held in place by the gravity of that body. Atmosphere: the earth is surrounded by the layer of gases called the atmosphere. This mixture of gases is called air. The atmosphere is necessary for life on earth because it contains important gases, controls the weather, protects the earth from the harmful rays of the sun, carries sounds. Compare this to our planet's nearest neighbors, the moon, that has no atmosphere. It has no wind, no sound, no life and no weather over there. Students, you can see on your screen, this is the earth, and around the earth there is this green line show you the air. And also we have layers in the atmosphere. As I told you that atmosphere is surrounded by the layer of gases. The atmosphere is made up of 5 main layers. These layers are the troposphere, the stratosphere, the mesosphere, the thermosphere, and the exosphere. The layer of gases are thicker closest to the ground, but as you move higher, the layers become thinner. You see troposphere where the aeroplane can move. Then we have the second layer. This is called the stratosphere, and this is 50 kilometers away from the troposphere. Then mesosphere, and then thermosphere. At the end, this is exosphere. And here all the satellites are in the exosphere. The main and important layer is ozone layer. Ozone layer is also in the stratosphere. The ozone layer is in one of the most important layers of the atmosphere. Here, these are the layers of atmosphere you see in the diagram. You can see the layers of atmosphere in the screen clearly. The ozone layer. The ozone layer is a thin part of the earth, as we learn that when we go higher, the layers become thinner. And ozone is the last layer of the earth, so that's why this is thinner part of the earth is atmosphere that absorb almost the sun's harmful ultraviolet light. Ozone holes are popular names for areas of damage to the ozone layer. This is an accurate ozone layer damage is more like a really thin patch than a hole. It contains a high concentration of ozone in relation to other parts of the atmosphere, although still small in relation to other gases in the stratosphere. The ozone layer is in one of the most important layers of the atmosphere, the stratosphere. Ozone is a form of oxygen. It blocks most of the harmful rays of the sun from reaching the earth. In other words, the ozone layer is like a protective blanket for the earth. Yes, student, you see the ozone layer over here, this one. The red color shows the ozone layer of earth. Composition of air. Definitely, air consists many gases. Nitrogen is 78%, oxygen is 21%, argon is 0.93%, carbon dioxide is 0.04%. It means that Air consists of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and argon. Air is a mixture of different gases such as oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and some other gases. Air also contains changing amount of water vapor. It is the water vapor in the air that makes the rain, snow, hail, and fog. The table and chart give you information about the approximate percentages of the different gases in the atmosphere. We already discussed about this. Oxygen. Oxygen is the most important gas. All living things require oxygen to live. It is also important because it makes it possible for fire to burn. Nitrogen. The most abundant gas in the atmosphere. Nitrogen has a number of uses. It is also used by living things, but they cannot use it directly from the air. Instead, plants take in nitrogen from the soil. Carbon dioxide. It is used by plants to make their food by a process called photosynthesis. And all of you know very well about the photosynthesis. The other gases also have special uses. For example, neon is used in electric light, while argon is used to produce an argon glow in glass tube as in street lights. The air also contains water vapors. This is water which has evaporated and turned into gas. When the air in a particular place contains a lot of water vapor, we say that it is humid. Now, composition of the air, the percentages of the different gases, that how much which gas has the more percentage in the air. Uses of air. The next article is uses of air. Definitely we have lots of use of air. Air is a natural resource and is available abundantly. When we talk about the uses of air, the first thing that we can say that it is the most important element that supports the vitality and well-being of all living things on the earth. Having said that, just like water, the air is very useful and it has a lot of applications. Sustain life and growth, combustion, maintaining temperature, supplier of energy, and photosynthesis. Air is very important in our life. We use air to perform many everyday activities. Moving air is called wind. It is used as a form of energy. It supports birds, gliders, and aeroplanes. Sailing boats use the power of moving air to move across water. Windmills use the force of the wind to draw up water for the fields or to generate electricity. Air is used to inflate rubber tubes and other objects. This is possible because air can be squeezed into small spaces. We say it can be compressed. Compressed air can support bicycles, cars, and even aircrafts. When air is heated, it rises. This helps to make hot air balloon rise up in the air. Air pressure is used to draw up liquid into a dropper tube. When you press the bulb of a dropper, the air in it squeezed out. There is a fall in the air pressure inside and tube and the liquid is forced in by the air outside. The oxygen in the air helps things to burn. When something is starved of oxygen, it cannot burn. There is also, do you know, the atmosphere of Mars and Venus are made mostly of carbon dioxide, while Saturn's atmosphere consists of hydrogen, helium, and methane. Mercury and the Moon have almost no atmosphere at all. Students, here we complete our chapter compressed air. Compressed air is air kept under a pressure that is greater than atmospheric pressure. Compressed air is an important medium for transfer of energy in industrial process and is used for power tools. You see here the pressure of air and the sea level and the high altitude. Come to the exercise. Fill in the blanks. The layer of air around the earth is called the atmosphere. Number 2. Oxygen is used for breathing and burning. Number 3. Plants use carbon dioxide gas from the air to make food. Number 4. Air has weight and occupies space. Number 5. Humidity is the amount of water vapor in the air. Number 6. Moving air is called wind. Number 7. Air that is squeezed into a small space is called compressed air. Number 8. When air is heated, it rises. Number 9. Nitrogen is the most abundant gas in the atmosphere. Number 10. The ozone layer is found in the layer of atmosphere known as the stratosphere. Circle the correct answer. 78.08% of the Earth's atmosphere consists of oxygen, nitrogen or carbon dioxide. Nitrogen. B option is the correct one. Which of the following is used to produce an orange glow in a glass tube? Helium, hydrogen, argon. C option is the correct one. Third is which of the following is absorbed by plants during photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide, oxygen, or helium? Carbon dioxide is the correct option. Which of the following helps fire to burn? Carbon dioxide, nitrogen, oxygen. The correct option is oxygen. Number 5. Air is considered matter because it has mass and occupies space. It is found in the atmosphere. It cannot be seen. Correct option is it has mass and occupies space. Number 6. How much of the atmospheric air is compressed of carbon dioxide? 20.94%, 0.95%, 0.03%. The correct option is C. How much of the atmospheric air is composed of oxygen? 20.94%, 0.95%, or 0.03%. The correct option is A, which is 20.94%. What is the percentage of water in the atmosphere? 2.8%, 3.5%, or variable? The correct option is C. The gas that cannot be directly used by living thing is oxygen, carbon dioxide, or nitrogen. The correct option is nitrogen. Now we have the answers questions, and the answers are already given. You can see on your screen. You will note down the solution, the answers over there. 6 questions are in our chapter. Let us, students, take a quick review of the chapter. In this chapter, we learn about the air. Air is everywhere around us and it presses everything downward due to its weight. We can take example of the balloon, and we see that the inflated balloon weight has compared to deflated balloon. Air is present everywhere in the atmosphere. And what is atmosphere? Atmosphere, the covering of Earth mode of air is called atmosphere. Atmosphere has great importance for life on Earth. Earth is the only planet which has atmosphere made of air and water and has life. Even Moon does not have layer in the atmosphere. There are different layers of air in atmosphere. How many layers we learn? 5. Troposphere, the first layer in thick and rich in oxygen. It is 21% of oxygen in atmosphere. The ozone layer is present in the second layer, that is stratosphere. Ozone layer is made of oxygen and protect us from ultraviolet radiation of the sun, which keeps us safe from loss of skin diseases. And then we learn about the composition of the air. Air is mainly composed of nitrogen, which is 78%, oxygen, which is 21%, carbon dioxide, which is 0.03%, and the other gases. And the percentage of other gases are 0.95%. Water vapors and dust particles are in variable quantities. I think that you enjoy this chapter. We will complete. You note down all the answers on your neat copy. Don't send to me because you keep it in your record only. Okay, student, inshallah, we will meet again. Allah Hafiz.